is up today, guys? It's Mystic Dreamcatcher, and today we have What If Team Victory never lost on Total Drama World Tour, and actually having their name be Victory means something. So obviously, lots of character development and plot armor. The other two teams about to get blasted. Starting with Duncan, because you already know how that goes. Alright, so I'm going to say at this point, Sierra and Izzy still swaps teams whenever it is during that point for weaving the boats. Especially since Sierra just wants to be with Cody. So in this universe, Ezekiel never loses the stick. Matter of fact, I'm going to say that he wants to do anything to help out so badly just to prove he shouldn't be first out. And then Bridget's like, how about you just protect the stick, little buddy? He's like, yes, ma'am. And then that's his entire plot relevancy. The entire episode is Ezekiel and the adventures of protecting the stick of truth. In that episode, Chris said that if everyone brought their item, there would be no elimination. And so I'm going to say that actually happens and there is no elimination, which is hella good plot for everyone in character development. Alright, now Team Victory loses the Super Happy Fun Time Japanese commercial challenge, and Harold ended up being voted out. So I'm gonna say what ends up happening is in this universe, Team Victory, their thing is still kind of a little bit mid and doo-doo butter, their commercial. But I'm gonna say that Owen actually eats all of the fucking gummy fish bullshit, in which there's not actually one shown in the commercial, and Chef realizes that at the end, and he's like, wait, what? In which one of them will have to be eliminated. I'm gonna say it's Owen. I'm gonna give you two reasons why. The first one is the fact he's already a previous winner and he doesn't even like heights to begin with or flying. To go along with the fact Alejandro didn't really like Owen to begin with, Tyler would probably betray if he was threatened by Alejandro. And Izzy, I know she claims to love Owen to the moon and back, but she might flip. You gotta keep in mind, she did work with Heather in season 1. And I'm sure Izzy assumes that her being the only female on that team is probably another reason to not push her luck and just vote Owen. Alright, the lovely episode where Bridget kisses a pole, as you can see, because Alejandro duped her and therefore she is eliminated. But instead of pulling those moves with Bridget, I'm gonna go ahead and says he does it with Courtney. Now, I know y'all might find that a little bit cheesy and a little bit like, how? Because Courtney is Courtney. But at this point, I think Alejandro might be able to convince her that A, he's attractive, B, Duncan's a quitter and she doesn't deserve a quitter, C, she would definitely fall for him giving his jacket to her, very attractive. And I eventually just think somehow she stuck to a pole. Duncan, Owen, and Courtney out. I know y'all love this season so far. Think of it this way, no Courtney, no Duncan, no Gwen character spiral, no Courtney spiral. Alright, the one where Cody gets made fun of because of his meat size, and the one where you gotta slap dance a bitch. So I'm gonna say that Lashana fucking kills it in this universe. She slaps the fuck out of people, because that is something definitely fitting with Lashana's character. I'm gonna say that DJ's probably a big L on this challenge, but I think Lashana, Lindsay, and probably Harold could get it. Probably Bridget too. Bridget was ready to throw down with Ezekiel whenever he made that comment. So basically, Lashana won't be jumping to slap the shit out of Heather. I'm gonna say that Team Amazon loses, and Heather goes to Sierra, and Sierra, she's like, Heather, I already know about your devious tricks before you even say anything. Yes, I'll vote Gwen with you. She's trying to steal my man. Fuck that bitch. Let's get her, Heather. And I think that's exactly what would happen. It'd be 1 vote Sierra, 1 vote Heather, 2 votes Gwen. So this is the next one where they have to race trying to grab statue pieces, build a famous bitch, followed by picking 2 people to be runaway models. And at this point in the game, it was only DJ and Lindsay for this team. So I'm gonna say that Bridget or Lashana would actually be the model, or even Lindsay, but with the girls' help even. Securing a win for Team Victory, in which I feel like Sierra or Heather would definitely rock on this team. Alejandro has no blackmail to hold Tyler hostage, therefore he can team up with Izzy and let Tyler go. It sucks, because I actually really do like Tyler, y'all know that. But his time is done. Alright, congratulations everyone. You're moving on up to the next tier. So they gotta dive for pirate, buried treasure, and then bobsled race, in which I feel like Amazon, and you already know Victory completing it. Diving for treasure, I feel like would be Bridget, Lashana, since we know she's good underwater, and probably Ezekiel. I feel like those three would carry it for this team, do well. Sierra and Heather would carry, which means Chris is really hot, loses. As you know, Izzy goes cuckoo and she gets medically evacuated, kinda, at this point, by the government. And as you know, DJ asked Chris was already eliminated, can he just not be eliminated? And Chris eliminated him anyway. So I'm gonna say that Noah and Alejandro have a challenge to do, and Alejandro wins. Alejandro obviously getting moved to Team Amazon. So this is the one where they gotta find various clues to catch Jack the Ripper. Now obviously Team Amazon loses, but this is where Duncan would get introduced into the show. But I'm not gonna let that happen for two reasons. One, because since Ezekiel didn't lose the stick, there was no elimination. So there wouldn't be, enough challenges for that. And two, I think someone who just quits the show like that, especially after being a winner, I don't think it'd be very smart at all for producers to just invite that person back on. Nor do I think it'd be fair to the other competitors, especially if it's a past winner. So he just gonna stay dead. So in this episode, Alejandro kind of dupes Noah and gets him out, but he already beat Noah's ass, so he can't do it twice. So instead, I feel like he goes with Heather, and they're basically kind of just saying, let's vote Sierra, and Cody hears about this, and he's like, fuck yeah, finally, goodbye Sierra. I know that being a new character and getting 11th might rub some of y'all the wrong way, but the fact that both the new characters made as far as they did, sheesh. I think this would be a great point for Sierra's character to probably lose its haha. Just get on with it. Team Amazon's basically the canon final three. So basically they gotta search Area 51 for like alien artifacts and bring that shit back. I don't even gotta explain what's gonna happen, I'm sorry. Cody, you got robbed. I would say this is robbed, but you're up against Heather and Alejandro. You're not winning that, I'm sorry. So you got bungee jump off of shit after riding an emu, which looks like something Heather and Alejandro would be great at. So I'm actually gonna introduce Blanley early, and then she gets fucked. Which means congratulations, Team Victory. You have successfully bullshitted your way to the merge, and now you got fed for yourselves. Your plot armor's done. Sorry. Clock out. You know how these six must feel, though? They must feel like kings and queens. So this is the one where they have to pair up in, like, teams to be husband and bride. So I'm gonna do that right now. Alejandro gets Heather. Harold gets Bridget. DJ gets Lindsay, and Ezekiel gets Lashana, my man. And after the couple walk across a tightrope, they have to answer questions and trivia about Canada. The winning couple is obviously Alejandro and Heather, in which I feel like now Alejandro pulls his moves on Bridget and does something. Something to piss off Harold, which inadvertently pisses off Lashana. Plus these two, that's 4 votes against Bridget. And you could say they could tie, but I doubt these 4 are actually going to collaborate and vote on one singular person. Alright, so the episode Chinese Fake Out is basically they have to try disgusting foods. The biggest chat of them all wins. Now, as you know from previous eating challenges, Lashana has this. She definitely wins. I feel like Alejandro and Heather hella starts talking in Ezekiel's ear. Ezekiel, Al, and Heather all vote Harold. Lashana, DJ, and Harold vote Alejandro, in which Lindsay votes Heather. Which means there is a tie between Alejandro and Harold. And as you know from this episode, the tie, there was no challenge. They just both got kicked out. Bye-bye, bitches. Alright, so in this challenge, they kind of had to, get plums and dodge soccer balls and try and capture Ezekiel, but Ezekiel's still in the game. So instead, I'm gonna say they're gonna try and capture. I'm gonna say the animals instead, like a camel or a fucking hog or boar or something. In which Heather catches it. Yup, yes sir. And as you know, in this season, DJ has an animal curse. In which I feel like he's gonna do something bad to the boar. and he eliminates himself for whatever petty reasons DJ do. Followed by the next episode where, you know, Sierra blows up the plane. That's still gonna happen, but with Lindsay. I'm gonna say something funny happens where Lindsay's very fucking dumb or does something very unknowingly, and it blows up the plane and is eliminated. Which means the final three is Heather, Lashana, and Ezekiel, in which Heather, you know, has her win. She's tied up. Lashana beats Ezekiel's ass all the way to third, in which we have the results of what if Team Victory was actually Team Victory and never lost. Just keep in mind, it's only my opinion. If you guys like this, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. You guys are amazing for watching. If you have any suggestions, comment down below. Have a good day.
Bands on my wrist. Yeah, slap a nigga if I see him talking shit. I'm Cliff, I'm the one that got it jumping in this bitch. I'm a dog to these bitches, but a gentleman to women. Ayy, $25 for a shirt. So from no one knowing Kurt, everybody tryna wear the merch. Ayy, highly caffeinated. Yeah, free braided.